Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. It's Monday. We need to do a market outlook video. Take a look at the market for this week, what I could see coming, and of course, what else is coming since we're inside of the FUT birthday promo. A lot of stuff going on inside of FIFA Ultimate Team, a lot of SBCs, a lot of daily objectives, the Ibra, the Naldo, the Gervinho, which I need to start on. We even have some man of the match cards and packs, but the main part about this FUT birthday is all the SBCs, and you guys know that. So today, actually, we got a Willian SBC. We got this 80+ player pick upgrade, which I've done a few, and they've been actually pretty decent. I've done like 5 or 6, and I've gotten a bunch of 84s and 84 inform and a Handanovic. So I'll have a video later this week of me opening up a few of those, testing my luck on those. But this week, I really hope that as we get the flashback SBCs, as we get more FUT, like the Timo Werner and the Willian, as you can see here, I did do Vidal, I did do Willian. Both those cards are very good. Willian I thought was a pretty good price for the deal. Awesome card. I don't expect him to get a better card than that this year. I mean, I think that Willian card is going to be the best version of him that he will get this year, and that's kind of why I did. That's why I did the SBC. So just to take a look at his card here for a second, he's a phenomenal. He comes in as a sub. He's got 3 assists in 3 games. He's got great stats. He's very enjoyable to play with as well. He's very quick and fast on the ball. And the 4-star is nice. So I'm glad they gave him that card. That was a cool SBC. Same thing with Vidal. I just liked him because I've used him in previous FIFAs. I mentioned that before. But we're going to continue to get more flashbacks, more FUT birthday SBCs throughout the rest of this week. Now, obviously, Vidal expires in 1 day and 16 hours, so some of these, or David Villa, not Vidal, some of these SBCs are going to be kind of moving in and out throughout the promo, so you don't have a ton of time to do them. Timo Werner with 4 days remaining, that will end before the promo ends, I do believe. But so far, I mean, the icon selection has been a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. I think a lot of people would agree with me. Today we got Luis Figo, which is a decent card, but I think it's just not the one that everybody wants. And honestly, it's pretty cheap for Luis Figo. I'm sure his price dropped a lot today because it doesn't require a lot. It's definitely kind of a cheaper SBC. We go check FUTBin. Wow, 1.37 for the Luis Figo regular SBC, and then you see this 1.86 million for the upgrade SBC, which literally makes 0 sense. Why this SBC should not be more expensive than this SBC. That literally makes 0 sense. I'm not sure what EA thought with these Luis Figo upgrade, like with the upgrade SBCs. You literally have to do the same thing. It's almost as expensive or more expensive. I guess they are factoring in the price of Luis Figo to put into that SBC, so that's part of it. But still, those upgrade SBCs are still way too expensive. You could just do the regular Prime Moments SBC and make more coins that way. Ooh, we got a sale. That is nice. So as you see here, I picked up a few cards today in the panic sale. I wasn't on very long, but I was able to pick a few of them up. Got some Cancelos under 130. And I'm selling them close to 140. These Lingards I got all for 138 to 141. There's a few of them that popped up in the panic today. I actually want to check his price at the moment right now because that was a card that kind of was panic sold today a little bit. It was panic sold more on PS, and I really wanted to see this card panic sold because I like this card's the possibility for it to rise later. As we move out of this promo, if it gets panic sold again, I'll be watching that for sure. People love their Manchester United live cards. Very popular team, very popular nation. So I picked a few of those up, flipped those today. I'll focus on more flipping this week. Hopefully I'll be able to make some more coins this week. I was kind of detached from that. But more SBCs this week is going to mean high-rated cards continuing to rise. And we've seen that already through the weekend. With the SBCs that came today, there must be people that are doing Vidal, people must be doing Willian, and people honestly must be doing the Figo SBC or some of the other SBCs that are in the store, because if we look on FUTBin, a lot of these higher rateds are up. We see Ibrahimovic is the cheapest 85, just under 10K. 86s are at 19,000 coins. The 87s and the 88s haven't gone up as much. They've gone up a couple K. Those are usually around 20,000 coins, so they're up 5K a card, which is decent. I mean, if you invested in some of these cards, you're definitely making some money right now. I don't think it's a ton of money unless you went unassigned crazy on them. But the 84s are still decently low. Obviously, the good links nations, or the players with good links and good nations, they're going up more than the rest. But throughout the rest of this week, we're just going to see more of the same thing, and it's honestly just going to be more of, and I talk about this all the time, is market movements that are going to be based around these SBCs. You're going to see the SBCs going up. You're going to see like a player like a David Villa coming out, another flashback, or another FUT birthday SBC coming out. And like today, since the Willian came out as a center attacking mid card in the Premier League, Brazilian, you saw other Brazilian Premier League or Premier League center attacking mid players of his same position or nationality kind of panic sold and their prices dipped today. So that's why I picked up on the Lingards. And there you saw I had a Gabriel Jesus on the transfer list as well. That card went down in that panic. So that's another thing that we can continue to watch for this entire week. And I'm really just waiting to see. I think Monday would be the day if they dropped a big upgrade SBC. I think today would be the day to do that. So if they drop like a team of the week 1 through 27, that would make the market go crazy. If they would drop a Hullet or a Eusebio or a Cruyff, I've said this in like the past 3 videos. If they ever drop one of those SBCs, you're going to see a lot of people on the market panic sell a lot of things, because if they can go get this card, which is extinct on the market right now, for 10 million coins, 12 million coins, if they can go get this card in an SBC for 3 to 4, 5 million, however much it may cost, especially with people have already been preparing for these big time icon SBCs, that's what everybody wants in this promo. You're going to see people sell whatever they have to go do these icons, especially if they are affordable, especially if they are cheap, and especially if they are doable. That's the biggest key to these SBCs. Wow, Eusebio at 6 million coins flat. He is going down, that's for sure. That's an SBC that people want to do as well. And you have like Ronaldinho, some of the 2 most talked about icon moments that people want to do and people want to have in their team. So, and I definitely see why. So if one of these SBCs drops, you know which ones I'm talking about, the primer icon moments this week. I do think one of them's going to drop, and I don't know when that would be, but sometime this week I do feel like we're going to get one of those big boys. I hope we get 2 or 3, and if we do, that would definitely make the market go into a little bit of a panic. I definitely think you would see a sell-off in some of those maybe areas, especially like if a Dino came out. Think about who would be selling what cards to go get a Dino. Well, people might be selling their Neymars, their informed special versions of Neymar. People might be selling their Vinicius Jr., that Future Stars card. So like this Neymar might be panic sold, and the Team of the Year, of course, which is already down really low. This card's been under 4 million coins at some points, but you would watch the price of that card. People might sell this to go do a Dino. You know, people in this game might do that. Other Brazilian, other very, very meta left wings in this game, but Ronaldinho and Neymar are up there. Neymar being the most popular. If there were to be a Ronaldinho SBC to come out. And again, if you see like a Hullet SBC come out, I think that would be the one that would cause the biggest market panic and have the biggest impact on the market, just because that is an SBC. The Hullet is such a game changer in this game. Everybody wants to have Hullet in their team, and there are a lot of people that have been planning to get, they wanted to get this Hullet at the beginning of FIFA. They wanted this Hullet's SBC. Then they came out with the primer version of Hullet, and now that's the SBCs that we're getting, which is, it's awesome. It's incredible. But it's also going to be more expensive, but the game can support that this year with how many more coins are on the game. And I really wanted to speak about that this week as well. We're going to go back and take a look at some of these graphs from Friday for some of these players. Let's just look at the FUT birthday team. Actually, no, we're going to look at the Carnival squad as I go over to FUTBin and show you guys the Carnival squad. Every time this year there has been a market crash or some panic selling, the market has rebounded, and that's just the way the market has been this year. I feel like that would be the mantra if we were to look at this year as a whole in terms of FIFA 19 market. I feel like the rebounding of the market would be something that would kind of, you know, just be like a staple of the year. I mean, this Pulisic card, let's take a look at this. When this card was panic sold so much because of the Werner SBC and because of these other players that are in this FUT birthday promo in the team, look at how much, I think it's going to be gone now. You won't be able to see it since it says Saturday now. But this is how low he got. He was under 130K in the panic selling on Friday, right when the promo came out. This card was 130K. If we look at his price graph over the last 2 days, he went back up to 150 highs at one point. And he's consistently around 150. That's 30,000 coins a card. If you loaded up on that card, then 120K would be way too cheap for that Pulisic card. Some of these other cards that were panic sold, I already showed Gabriel Jesus in my video yesterday. He was down to 340K, rebounded back up to 390, and I'm almost considering, if I see him at 375, I would buy one, because I think a lot of people did this Willian SBC, and that's going to be a way to invest going forward. People are going to want to use that Willian. That's going to be in a lot of people's teams, because I do think a lot of people are doing that SBC. And then a lot of these cards have rebounded, and I was very surprised to see how much they did rebound. They're new, they're popular, and they're what people want to use on this game, the popular new cards. But the stuff rebounded all across the market. I mean, you had live UCL live cards, like the UCL Live Lingard that I was just looking at. We can take a look at his graph. I might have to search him. But Lingard was down to like 140,000 coins in that panic on Friday. I should have bought him because he rebounded right back up. And look at, see on PS, this is still a very good price on PS. He was panic sold today. And if you look at this card on PS, what he does in the panic, let's see if there was any panic on Saturday. He was 143 on PS. Boom, he hits back up to 160. What is he yesterday? 160 again at his high point. But yeah, today you can really see the drop off after the Willian came out. 135 for that Lingard card, which I think is a good deal because that's still a live card. It still has the possibility to get upgraded. They're playing Barcelona on April 9th, I believe. That is like one of the Champions League games start back up. But if you want to invest in these cards before those games are coming again, now is kind of your time to look at them during this promo. When we have some panic possibilities going on, you got to be really early with these cards. With these cards this year, to really maximize your profit, you have to get in very early. So Aguero would be another one to watch. The right wing Sterling, any of the, like a Cuadrado, like a Douglas Costa, any of those cards would be ones to keep your eyes on in this week. If there's a panic sell and the market goes down a bunch because of SBCs that they put out, those would be cards to watch as well for investments that would rise up out of this promo. But again, this week it's just going to be all about SBCs, and more SBCs. So just be cautious with what you do. Every single SBC is a coin suck in its own way, and a lot of times they'll put out an SBC. We saw this with the French left backs. They put out a French left back SBC or in the team of the week. I forget what it was. There was a French left back that they put out, and then they put out the Benjamin Mendy SBC. I'm actually going to look this up because I want to figure out who this is. There were two French left backs that came like right in succession of each other. Oh yes, here it is. It was Kurzawa. So they put out the Kurzawa SBC, and at the time he was the best French left back besides Ferland Mendy. So you had those two guys in the game as left backs, and people wanted another option compared to Mendy. The Kurzawa SBC was a good card, but obviously kind of expensive. Right after that, literally the week after, this Benjamin Mendy SBC comes out, Premier League French. So if you did the Lavi and Kurzawa, you saw this Mendy, and that's how EA gets you sometimes. That's what they do a lot in this game as well, is they put out SBCs and they get you sucked in with an SBC, and then right after that, they bring out another card, or they put a card into the team of the week that is a similar nation, position, and kind of makes the value of the card that you did before lesser just because of that new card coming out of the game. So again, that could happen this week. We maybe have another Premier League center attacking mid SBC, or a Premier League center mid who's more of an attacking player. Wow, Ferland Mendy is rebounding in price very nicely. In the panic, I think this card I saw around like 230, 220, so that's a nice rebound there. A lot of cards have rebounded. Some of them are still low, and every day there's more action on the market with all these SBCs coming out. Stuff dipping, stuff rising, but the market is weird. I've seen a lot of people trading with icons. That's something that I haven't been doing just time-wise, but that seems to be working as well. People are buying the icon moments, maybe because they're getting frustrated that that SBCs aren't coming out for some of those cards. So that's one thing to think about as well if you're into trading with these icons. It seems like that's working pretty well at the moment. I've seen a lot of people post their flips stuff like that. So that really tells me that this market has buying power, and that it's ready to do SBCs, or it's ready to buy stuff. But it seems like we haven't had a big recovery yet after the weekend league lightning rounds and all that kind of stuff. So hopefully we get some big time SBCs this week. That just makes it more fun for all of us, and even as traders, it helps the market move, and we can possibly invest in some certain things and have some fun investing. But if you're going to try with your luck with these 80+ player picks, good luck to you. I'm going to try my luck with those as well. And of course, do SBCs in be careful with how much SBCs you do. I've done 2. It's probably the most that I'll do during this promo, unless we get a very, very cheap icon SBC for a value for money. But that's the biggest thing when it comes to SBCs, value for money. If you enjoyed this video, smash a thumbs up on it. This week in FIFA should be a good one, should be a fun one. A lot of SBCs, a lot of content, daily objectives to grind. We're in the middle of a pretty sick promo, so shout out to EA for the awesome content for sure. Just give us some big boy icons and maybe a couple more upgrade SBCs, and that would be perfect. Perfect. All right, boys. It's been Nate, the FUT Accountant. Catch you guys later. Peace out.